Hey guys, and happy yummy Monday to you. So I am actually going to be working in this Blue Indigo journal by Shelly. You can find her information below if you are interested in one of these journals. So I'm just randomly flipping through to decide what background I really want to use. And that caught my eye because I forgot that I had used that old, what was that? Maybe like an old ad of some sort. So I'm going in here, I have my giblets out, and I'm going through and I'm just going to start the page by using some, this is watercolor paper actually that has gone through a eco dyed bath. And it had some really rough like edges to it, and you know I'm a fan of that. So I just went ahead and glued that down with my Oohoo glue stick. I have some vintage fonts there that I'm gluing down, and then I have some more indigo blue paper that I'm just gluing all of the scraps down. So I have been selling giblet bags because I've been organizing. So if you are interested in a bag of giblets from Tiff, I do have some of those still available. So just send me an email or message me on Instagram and we can chat about it. So I'm gluing down telephone paper, a random little piece of I think it was handwritten paper. I'm going to take another piece of that indigo watercolor paper up to the top and just kind of let that crusty edge do its thing. Of course, it wouldn't be a page without masking tape, so I am going to go in and randomly just stick masking tape down everywhere. It gives such a beautiful, grungy, messy, fabulously yummy substrate to work with. So if you haven't reached out and grabbed your masking tape from your junk drawer, go ahead and do that. And then I did find a envelope that had a little bit of the blue font as the return address. And I'm going to stick that right on down over there. And I am going to take a little bit of clear gesso. And by a little bit, I mean a lot because I got a little heavy-handed there. And I am going to take some of the chalky gesso, kind of mix it together. And I'm going all over it because we have a lot of different pages and surfaces here. So just to kind of unify what my next layers may be, I'm feeling like I may kind of tinker around with some watercolors. Watercolors are not necessarily the thing that I pull the most, and so I think it's good for us to grab things that maybe have collected a little dust and you haven't used in a while, bring those out and bring them back out of your toolbox and kind of see what you can make happen with that. So I did go ahead and dry this really quickly to just make sure we have a good solid layer to work on. And I wanted to go in with a little more of the white gesso there. The ones that I'm using right now is the Deco Arts chalky gesso in white, and then a palette knife just to kind of scrape and really just highlight and bring those layers to the surface. I love all of the textures and yummy things that happen whenever you really really just let it do its thing. And I am grabbing, this is a Daniel Smith watercolors, and guys, these are all things that I poured into the half pans, so I do not know the color, nor did it really matter to me. I just go with the colors that I like. So I am not helpful in the fact of being able to tell you what those colors are. So I'm grabbing a multitude of colors here and just going in. Now, hindsight, I really liked the page before. Before I put the watercolor on it. So you could stop at any point during this process. And I also really liked how the watercolor reacted opposed to some of the other pieces of paper. I just really think that that's the value that you get whenever you have a journal with mixed papers, or you collage with different textures of papers and consistencies. I think you just come up with something a little bit more interesting than just you know, using the same type of paper over and over and over again. So I'm going in here with a little bit of this teal blue, just to kind of make it all come together. And you can never really go wrong when you add teal to anything, in my opinion. And then I got a little wild and started making some marks, darker marks over there, and I really felt like my eye was being pulled so far on that side that I kind of just used a dried baby wipe that I had on my desk and sponged some of that up. No, actually I'm not using a baby wipe at all. I'm using some muslin paint rag, because you get a twofer, and I'm all about a twofer. A twofer is where I'm going to have this beautifully dyed muslin fabric after the fact. And it's very unexpected as well. And now that I'm doing this voiceover, guys, I see a face so in my face right now. Do y'all see that face? Like over beside the photo that I just put there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I thought that's interesting, because when I'm in the journal page, a lot of times I don't see it, but you can see things that you don't really see otherwise. Yeah, so I just covered the face up. So watch, you see it? Do you see it? Okay, y'all just let me know if you see it. And then I'm just tinkering around there with the vintage photos, and I just, nothing set with my spirit. My gut said no, no, no. So I grabbed my focals that I have sewed nicely. Are you impressed with my organizational skills right now? So I've stacked them up and have a binder clip there, and so I was just kind of going through and seeing if anything just really felt right, and it did not. It did not. None of it did. I pulled a few things out. I'm going to audition them. I really like that sassy girl, but it just couldn't go. Now, I really like that one, but I thought it was too big. So, yeah, that was actually one that I had left over from a class that I did. I can't remember what class it was now. But I always save those little remnants. And so I decided just to let some words kind of speak through the page to me. And let's see what they actually say. It says, she listened against the rising wind, struggled in the swirling stream, then all was quiet. So I really like that. I think it really kind of, like, I feel like the textures could have been the rocks in the stream, and then we added that teal blue. I didn't really see it all come together. That's why I believe in going into your journals and like doing some soul finding and mining for things, because a lot of times things come up that you didn't really see in the here and now. If you plan this out, I never could have planned this. Never could have planned this page. So, you know, if that is something that you tend to do, I just ask you to do it the Tiff way and go in and get wild willy-nilly with it and see what happens. And so now I'm going to use my awl just to punch 2 holes at the very top, and I actually grabbed the same Sorry Silk that I had in the page behind it, which was kind of ironic because I did not know that when I grabbed in my stash. And I'm just using that awl to kind of poke through and get that additional texture onto this page that I so love to do when it comes to my journal. I just like things hanging off the edges, and just, I don't know, that's just how I roll. So I hope you enjoyed Monday's video. I can't wait to see what you guys create. And don't forget, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm there every day. I'd love to see what you're creating. And don't forget, use the hashtag TiffMadeMeDoIt. I hope that you will be encouraged to hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment and tell me what you think about this yummy page today. And until next time, toodaloo!